Everybody, welcome to the midday moment. Let's get some positive lyrics in our soul. Your soul is your mind, what you think, your intellect, how you think, your filters, your heart, how you feel about what you think, and your will, how you act out what you think. So let's put some positive lyrics there, okay? I think everybody can hear this. Welcome to all of our replay people and live people, those who are able to join us. Every time I look your way, I choose to see good. Hey, beloved. Hey, kind hearts. I choose to see good, y'all. I see your potential. I see your possibilities. I see your purpose unfolding. Might not feel good. Even when things do not line up the way you plan. Might not have lined up the way you planned. And even when things are going the way they can. Yeah. You must still be crying. Just know God's still working. Just know God's still working. Just know God's still working. Gotta know it. Just know God's still working. And it won't be over until it's good. And it won't be over until it's good. And it won't be over. Let it play all the way out. Learn to pour out the good in every situation. Every time I look your way, I see good. I see good for you. It's possible. You gotta look with your spiritual eyes. You might not be acting like a beloved offspring of God, but you are a beloved offspring of God. Yes. You might not be living your highest and best, but I see the potential. I see the potential. I see it. I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. Even when things do not line up the way you plan. And even when things are going the way they can, you might still be crying. Just know God's still working. Hey, just know God's still working. The universe is on your side. You got to cooperate, though. Come on, collaborate. Collaborate with the good. Just know God's still working. And it won't be over until it's good. Hey, everybody. Blessings, blessings. Oh, look at the chat on. Until it's good. And it won't be over until it's good. And it won't be over until. There we go. Okay, now I can see y'all. Come on and harmonize with yourself. So good to see you, daughter. Hi, Pauletta Lucas. Good to see you today. Yes. Yay. All right. So those are some good positive lyrics to put in your soul. All right. Let's get started. Listen, I do the midday moment. Welcome to the midday moment. I'm your host, Dr. Davina Jones. I have such the good pleasure to serve as the assistant spiritual leader of today's church with Dr. Gerard R. Pulley as our spiritual leader. I also have the opportunity to serve as a bishop in our other spiritual community, our parent community, Church of the Everlasting Kingdom. And it really is an honor to worship and work with these individuals, just these beloved hearts, beloved souls. And so it is my honor and my pleasure. I do the midday moment because there's a certain that I live my life so that I can on purpose and live triumphantly. That means in the challenges, I explore them. Why is this here? What is this teaching me? What can I see? Can I do better with this information that I am accepting and receiving from these experiences? So I come on purpose. There's a way that I live my life so that I can then live on purpose. I overcome on purpose to live triumphantly, and I seek to live on purpose. That means I got a plan for my health. I got a plan for the harmony of relationships in my life, and I got a plan for wealth in my life, for all that my soul requires. So I share these ways, these studies with you. And number three, there's a certain way that I live my life so that I can live out my purpose. I believe that each of us come into this earthly experience with different gifts, talents, and sensitivities, so we can answer the question, why did I go through that? Why did I survive it? Why did I survive it? And why do I feel the way I feel about certain things? There are certain things that trigger your compassion, certain things that trigger your anger. All of those are clues. Those are sensitivities. Your sensitivities, your gifts, your talents, the things that you do so well, you don't even know it's a gift because you do it so well, so effortlessly. All of these things are signals as to why you matter, why you are necessary in the earth. So, overcome on purpose, live out purpose. I share my studies of that with you. Well, I study in tandem with the daily download. I also call it the master class. I call it the master class. And so very specifically, I'm studying right now because we are supporting the writing and publication of the Kingdom Study Bible. Yes, another Bible, another way to give you to study. It's a challenge trying to study the Bible because the Bible, you can read it for its literature, historical context. You can read it literally, and you can even attempt to live it literally. Good luck, I always say. You can also read the Bible for life application. And so we offer an opportunity to do that. There are certainly other study Bibles, but we give you a particular lens. We give you an opportunity to see scripture through the kingdom lens. Kingdom is a system. This is a system. It is strategic. Yes, the teachings of the way shower, the teachings of Jesus are very specific in terms of it being a system, a way of being. How do you see yourself, divine or not, beloved offspring of God or not? So we give you an opportunity to see this system being demonstrated so that you can then apply this system of being, thinking, seeing. We just talked about it. I see God, I see good, pulling out the good in situations. So this Kingdom Study Bible is going to give you an opportunity to see this kingdom system being demonstrated, see it being thought out from Genesis to Revelation, so then you can apply it to your life, and you can achieve life that more abundantly, peace that more abundantly, joy. All of those things, even in the midst of the sorrow, in the midst of the chaos, in the midst of all this stuff, you still have an opportunity to see good and see God. And some things are certainly very challenging. Spent the weekend with some individuals and we rehearsed some very challenging moments in life. And yet we were able to navigate and discern the good that we can pull out that situation. I'll just give a quick reference. For example, George Floyd. Some of us remember the murder of George Floyd a couple of years back. And as tragic as it is, it brought some people. Now, everything doesn't get everybody, but it brought some people together in ways that other situations hadn't. I remember even seeing police officers in one community where the community was advocating, and the police officers, you have to be discerning. You don't do this in every situation, but they understood that moment, and I saw them. They kneel to say, "Listen, peacefully advocate, and we are with you." Those are moments. George Floyd brought that moment to us to show us that it is capable to come together as the one that we really are. We keep fooling ourselves that we're separate, but we're really not, you see. And so it takes some spiritual work and some spiritual exercise to go into situations like that and pull out the good, but it's there. I see God. I see good. It's there. All right, let's get directly into today's teaching. So So Dr. Pulley taught today. We are in 2 Corinthians. He taught from 2 Corinthians 6 and 2. I believe I have already copied it here on the Midday Moment page. Watch it for yourself. I don't even attempt to reteach the masterclass, but I do share how I am experiencing that class. And as I get ready to do that, let me pause and say we're getting ready for our annual consciousness journey. So make sure you get your book. Go to Amazon and order your book. You can study with us. This is our consecration during Lent. And so every year we have a journal that we read and we study together. This year we're looking at Daniel, a model of kingdom leadership. Now listen, it's a lot of stuff in leadership happening. It doesn't fit our system, okay? It does not fit the system of excellence. Yet you get a chance to see how Daniel operated in leadership excellence, even when the system around him was not operating in excellence. So a lot of things going on. A lot of people very concerned about the state of reality as they see it in America and beyond, have a new president and all of that, okay? This is a good time to look at how did Daniel handle leadership in the face of other leadership that didn't necessarily manifest the good, the highest and the best that he believed to be, all right? So that's what we're studying. That's what we're studying this year for Lent. So it's almost time. In fact, we fast and we give you permission. We give you grace. You know, you determine what the fast, the forgiving, and the feasting looks like for you, all right? So you determine that, your path of fasting and so forth. So there are some recommendations here. For the past 2 years, I think I've done one meal a day. That really helped me kind of, tracing this week I'm giving up this week I'm adding this, I'm taking away that. That was a lot for me. I was not very successful with that. That was a lot. I found most success, what I was going to say, but I found my greatest measure of success in fasting for Lent season just by doing one meal a day, and not gluttony on that one meal. Okay. Just one meal a day. That's what I found. All right. And then I have some little healthy, some little healthy nuts that I might, include or something like that. So that's what I've done. So I'm going to repeat that because I found greater success in that. You get a chance to choose your fast, but the book is available on Amazon. So join us, will you, for this time of prayer and consecration, setting aside our thoughts and our feelings and so forth to get into greater alignment with love and the will of God, which is what we're going to talk about today. All right. So today we are in 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 2. For the Lord says, in the time of my favor, this is Kingdom Study Bible, in the time of my favor, I heard you. And in the day of salvation, I helped you. I tell you, now is the time of God's favor. Now is the day of salvation. Dr. Pulley talked about God calling, and encouraged us about what that means as it relates to salvation, study, sanctification, and service. You go back and listen to it, okay? I titled it Surrender to God's Favor. When I tell you this is so real for me, surrendering to God's favor. Favor can be right in front of you, but it's so important that you practice meditating. Be still to know. Practice meditating, concentrating, consecrating, so that you can hear and see God. So you can hear and see. So some of y'all remember I told this story. I've told this story quite often, and I'm reminded of it sometimes when to hear the voice of God. So years ago, maybe 30 years ago, I was visiting home because I was away in schools, visiting home, driving down the street, and it was a bit dusk, and I saw this lady in spirits. I heard it say, pick that lady up and give that lady a ride. I was like, I didn't say it's dangerous. No, I'm not doing it because it's dangerous. I said, I'm not picking that lady up. She may be going somewhere. Take me off my path. So went home, and a few minutes later, I got the call to go pick up my best friend whose car I was driving. And when I left out of the complex, that lady walked in. I was like, oh my goodness, I could have given that, I had the opportunity to give that lady a ride. Then I passed the lady and I saw her silhouette, and her silhouette looked so familiar. So I rolled down the window and I said, Mom. And my mother said, yes. Y'all, that was my mother. I said, oh my goodness. I said, Mom, I'm so sorry. The Lord told me to pick you up way back then. And I didn't listen to the voice of the Lord. I'm so sorry he had to walk home. That voice, I continue to study what it means to hear that voice, because when I hear that voice, I can hear the favor of God. When I hear that voice, I hear the plan of God. And when you operate in the plan of God, you operate in the favor of God. So I'm encouraging you to surrender to favor. And as you pray and so forth, you will get, a thought, a piece, a concept, and so forth. Submit it. Submit it to God. Say, is this what I heard? Let it, put it under impact. Is this what you said? Okay. Is there clarification needed? Oh my goodness. That's what you were saying? Surrender. Surrender to the favor of God. Surrender to the plan of God. Yes, in some of these instances, it's going to require you to trust like never before. I'm in the process. I'm going full time in my vocation. I've done job. I've done career. I've had an amazing career in higher education. And now I am stepping into my vocation, the depth of what I'm called to do, my calling. I'm stepping into my vocation full time in the sacred place and the marketplace. I'm stepping into my vocation. Is it requiring me to trust God? Yes. But I'm telling you, as I have begun to trust God, the favor is showing itself. Except surrender to the favor. Surrender to the favor. Surrender to the favor. Practice hearing. You can test in the small things. Practice hearing the voice of God. Because we go, remember, y'all know I was on this for a whole week. I had a whole series, glory to glory, my next glory. We go from glory to glory. So you practice hearing the voice of God in this glory. You practice hearing the voice of God in this glory. You practice hearing the voice of God in this glory. And as you keep on hearing the voice of God in each stage of glory, in each stage of faith, in each stage of strength, surrender to the favor. Surrender to the favor. Surrender to the plan. Surrender to what only God can orchestrate in your life. That's my encouragement to you today, because that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. I told some of the folks yesterday at the end of service, and I'm closing, that I spent the past 3 days with some amazing colleagues, and we showed up with a few plans. And honey, when we put those plans under the microscope of God and began to see the favor just turn in our direction, and things came together so smoothly, and we recognized what God was saying. Beautiful. Did we have to surrender? Did we have to cultivate some trust? Yes. But we sat in the middle of a business meeting with tears. My three co-creators and collaborators. We sat there with tears. Grown, fully grown, male, female, decorated, experienced, college educated. All three of us got PhDs, and sitting there crying, surrendering our P's, our H's, and our D's to the Lord. Surrender to favor. Surrender to favor. It'll bless you. It's there to bless you. It's there to bless you. So go ahead and practice hearing the voice of God so you can hear the instructions and surrender. Surrender to the plan. Surrender to the favor of God. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I bless you. Thank you so much for joining. Listen, like and share. Don't be stingy. Like and share. Drop it in somebody's DM. Put a link in somebody's phone. Share it on your page. Okay. Like and share. Our goal for 2025 is 25 shares a day. So I'm sharing as well. Like and share. Don't be stingy. I bless you. I bless you. And I thank you for sharing this time with me. I'm sharing out loud what's blessing me. And I pray that it's blessing you. All right. Take care, everybody. Love you. Bless you.